Hey, 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 I'm Beth English, and I'm here today with my good friend Sergio Gomez. Say hi, everyone,
Hi,
Sergio.
hi, Beth. Good to see you. Hi, everybody. Good to be here with you once again, Beth. Always a pleasure to chat with you on our Wednesday visits.
I love it. Today, we're going to talk about how to crush your fears with joy.
That's a very interesting topic, and I think one that I can't wait to hear what you have to say.
Well, for someone whose brain was wired for fear and then rewired for joy, I definitely have some thoughts about this. So, have you ever felt that feeling of excitement when you create your art and you are excited to share it with everyone? You felt that,
Mhm.
right?
Oh, absolutely. I think, especially when you have something new that you are excited on how it came out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. There's like that anticipation that builds up day by day. Yeah.
So I think it's really important is to notice that feeling and get really familiar with it. Because then have you ever gone to your social media ready to share something and then thought, well, I don't know,
hmm
or maybe it's not good enough,
hmm
or I wonder what other people are going to think.
hmm And I think especially, that comes when you're trying to do the sale, right? When you are putting yourself and trying to create a promotion in which includes like now you have to do the call to action, the make this the pitch for the sale. That's when a lot of times fear sets in, and I think
Mm.
that's that is very common in artists and just about everyone who's selling your work, part of what you do is a lot easier to sell somebody else's than your own.
Right. And it's because we feel vulnerable.
Right.
And so it's only natural, it's a normal human emotion to feel that fear. But the
hmm
whole point about creating art and selling art is to be full of joy, right?
hmm
And so it's important to notice when you do feel that fear to say, no, you're lying to me.
hmm
The things that may creep up in our mind aren't true. And so if we're
hmm
really familiar and like grounded in that feeling of joy, the joy that we feel when we create, when we're excited to share, that's what we can decide to choose to go back to whenever we are reconnecting or connecting with our audiences online.
So you use that as a strategy of like speaking to your mind, to yourself, say, hey, I'm identifying this fear and it is incorrect. Like you stop it right there at the door before it takes over. That kind of what you're doing?
Not that it's necessarily incorrect because it's
hmm
totally natural. And I think when
Okay.
we open ourselves up to accept things, then it makes it easier for us to then choose and decide
hmm
how we want to feel. So if we want to continue feeling the joy of sharing online and just um, not being limited by beliefs or illusions or narratives that aren't true, it's only going to help us in the long run to keep expressing ourselves with that emotion of joy.
Mm. Yeah, so true. Something that I always, when I talk to artists and I'm coaching with artists, I always, remind them like, you know, don't think like when you are going to post something on social media, there's like somebody just there waiting for you to post it so that they can keep track of everything that you're doing. Nobody's doing that. A lot of times
No.
it's just ourselves, it's just our mind that we think that, oh, this post is going to ruin my career or this post is going to, you know, upset the artwork or whatever may be, whatever the fear may be, because we feel like there's like this big eye watching on how we are conducting our business.
And I think that's just a natural feeling too. And so it's okay to feel that way and accept it, but not to live by it, because the whole
Yeah.
reason that we're here creating, using the gifts that we've been given to share with others is to make connections. And
hmm
it's important when you're making connections that you're approaching that with a sense of openness and
hmm
curiosity, because that's only going to make them stronger. But if you have this sense of fear, it's just not going to come out the way, sometimes when you are overcome with any sort of emotion that's like anger or fear, like you may not act out in the way that you normally would. And so it's
hmm
important to just notice how you're feeling in your body and how you want to feel, and then make that decision.
I love that. It's kind of like this, the self-awareness, right, of the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm curious how many people watching out there have photos on your phone or on your computer that you wanted to share for a long time, but you never have. And
Absolutely. I
if
think we all do.
today, huh?
I think we all do, right?
Right. And so if today, if you just want to challenge yourself to go through that find something that you really love that you've wanted to share for a while and just share it and see how it feels. And it could just be really exciting, because I think sometimes we share for the wrong reasons, to give
Mhm.
validation or
Mhm.
to show us in a light that maybe isn't as authentic as we are. And so
Mhm.
when we're sharing from the mindset, from the energy of wanting to connect and do it from a place of pure joy and fun, then people on the other side is going to feel that as well.
Yeah, I think that there is receptive, right? How we approach it is receptive on the other side as well. I totally agree. And like, even like this weekend, right? We went to eat at a friend's house who made this amazing paella from
Mm.
scratch, right? So we were outdoor and made this beautiful. It took him like 4 hours to make this paella, right? And so I'm like, I want to share this. This is nothing to do with my art, right? It's totally non art related, but it's a special moment. I love
Mhm.
this thing, and so I took some pictures and I put them on my Instagram stories, right? Because I think the Instagram stories is like the perfect fit for every kind of like all the things that we're talking about, the
Mhm.
life behind the artist. And it actually had a lot of comments of people, that sent me hearts, or how they like paellas too, and that kind of
Because they
stuff. So
wanted to eat it.
yeah, exactly. And in a way that kind of makes it more personal too, right?
Yeah.
Hmm.
And I was thinking about this topic over the weekend because, I'm a painter and a lot of my work is painting. That's how people know me, but I'm also a
Hmm.
musician. And I've been making videos of me
I
playing
saw you.
guitar and playing piano. And I wasn't quite sure if I should share that, because maybe I'm not as good as the next person or that person. So that feeling of not enough starts to creep up. And
Hmm.
then I hadn't shared it. So I was like, you know what? When I was making this, I had a lot of fun doing it. I really
Yeah.
like it. It makes me feel good. It makes me smile when I watch it. So what am I afraid of? And so I went ahead and shared it. And it felt so liberating to just take that action beyond that
Hmm.
fear. It's like doing it afraid, so
Right.
that it's not going to hold you back. And the last thing an artist needs are limitations to hold them back. And sometimes
Right.
our mind creates our own limitations. And it's up to us to make that choice to not let that happen.
Yeah, and I love that you did that, because like I was scrolling through my feed like, oh, I didn't know Beth played the piano, and then I said, I didn't know she also played the guitar. I don't know what instrument is coming next, but again, it makes you more relatable, right? It makes you now I feel like I know you better just because of that post.
Right. And because my work is all about um, finding joy and feeling the goodness that comes from the process of creating, why
Mhm.
not share all the
Right.
things that I'm creating?
Exactly. Yeah, I
Even if
totally
they're
agree.
not, even if they're not like a painting or a new body of work. And I think
Hmm.
sometimes we have this little box and we're just trying to operate within it based on maybe what some other people say we should be doing, instead of just
Right.
living our life, having fun and enjoying it along the way. I just can't stress enough how much I love to enjoy my work, because I have, built businesses that I didn't enjoy, or done, things that I should have said no to. And so it's
Right.
important that we keep that self-awareness right in the front of our mind and have focus on exactly what it is that we want.
Yeah, I love that. I think that is so true and so well said. And I think that's something for all of us to remember, right? Next time we are in that situation, because it's gonna happen. It's not something that you overcome once and then it's over, but that keeps needs to be a reminder for all of us over and over again when that feeling creeps in again.
I was even talking to a friend on the phone today about my topic to see what they thought about it. And they said, you know what? I had something I wanted to share and I didn't do it. So they're like, I'm going to go share that right now. And I think that when we can encourage people to feel good about their gifts and share them, then it's just a ripple effect. And then you're just going to
Hmm.
see more people creating from a place of this this gift that we all have.
Right.
And
Yeah.
it's a beautiful thing, because
Right.
art comes from a very special place.
Right. And like you said, it gives you like this sense of freedom and like, yeah,
Mm.
it's okay. It's okay. The world didn't end, and the art world did not, cast me out or anything. It's okay.
And don't we all just love and look up to the artists who are the most bold?
Absolutely. Yeah.
There
Absolutely.
are there are idols, and so I always think about how can I be 10 times bolder and live
Ah,
by that question.
That's a very good question. I love that.
So you guys that are watching today, ask yourself, how can you live 10 times bolder? And do you have something on your phone that you've been wanting to share? Go and take action today. Let us know what you're sharing, what you're thinking, and we would love to hear from you.
I'm already doing that, but I'm already looking at my picture, see which one is next. Action.
Yeah. So Sergio, how can our friends follow you online? Because they want to see what you haven't been posting.
Well, if you want to see what I post after this episode, go to Sergio Gomez Art on Instagram. You'll find my post right there. Check out my stories too. Every day I post new stories, and I hope to connect with you there. And if you want to find my work on the web, just go to sergiogomezonline.com. How about you, Beth?
Well, you guys can find me on Instagram and Facebook, all the platforms at Beth English, and my website is bethenglish.com. Thanks for watching, you guys.
Awesome. Goodbye, everybody.